Hello again, my friends, and welcome to another tutorial video for the resource crops mod for ARK Survival Evolved. Today we're going to cover most of the advanced features that I skipped over in the beginner video, and for this segment I'm going to assume that you have the basics of the mod down. This video will be a bit longer than the first, so I'm breaking it into sections for each topic I cover, and in the description you'll see links to the different parts of the video. If you're looking for something specific, scroll down and see if what you need is linked for quick access. We're going to start with the simpler tools and structures and work our way to the more complicated ones. And with that, let's dive on in. The most basic structure you can learn, the plant plots, are small, placeable crop plots that grow decorative versions of the different resources. They serve no other purpose except to look pretty. The spoiling bin is another of those nearly self-explanatory structures. When powered by spark powder, it will spoil raw meat almost instantly. The magical water tank is crafted on the seed bench and is extremely helpful if you don't have a spot to put down a water intake. It will start with 50,000 water upon placement and doesn't seem to ever lose any water even when it is being used. Next up is the magical structure bench, which you probably won't need to have placed unless you need something from it, since it has only two functions. The first is to construct several tiers of magical elevator platforms, which work just like normal elevator platforms, but they can hold a much greater amount of weight. The second and more useful feature are the magical platforms, which look just like metal tree platforms, but with varying sizes depending on which magic tier they are. They are freely placed at any location and can be built on just like normal tree platforms. There are 4 tiers of magical forges, one for Zweissen through Fünfessen. And they are much smaller than the normal industrial forge. They're powered by gasoline, and the higher tiered ones will craft resources much more effectively. There are 4 tiers of essence crafters, one for Zweissen through Fünfessen, followed by the Mega Crafter. Each tier will craft the essence of its name, with the Zweissen crafter automatically converting Einsessen into Zweiessen, the Dreiessen crafter automatically converting Zweiessen into Dreiessen, and so on. As you can see, having all of these structures down just to convert essences can take up a lot of room, and the conversion rates and crafting times are all exactly the same as they are on the seed bench. The only thing these structures really seem to do is free up the crafting queue on the seed bench itself, which isn't that great or even necessary. Finally, there is the Mega Crafter, which I will not even pretend to understand. I tried disabling the automatic collection and adding the individual essences in varying amounts, but no crafting or conversion ever took place. The only time it ever seemed to do anything was when the automatic functionality was enabled, and all it seemed to do then was just gather the essences directly from the crop plots and store them. Unless I missed something significant, the size of this machine does not justify its function. For me, at least, I'm content picking my essences by hand. Or better yet, the UNcompressor, while not immediately important, is extremely helpful in the later stages of your garden. The UNcompressor will break down a higher level of essence into the tier below it, and it can do this for each tier simultaneously. Instead of having one crop plot for each tier of essence, and then one essence crafter to match each crop plot, all you need is one Fünfessen plant and the UNcompressor, and you'll have access to every tier of essence with only 2 foundations taken up. The Poop-tron is, for all intents and purposes, a giant craftable Phiomium, and after construction it appears as an item which will summon the Poop-tron when used. After placement, it works and acts just like any tame dinosaur, and is rideable without a saddle. But its real function is its namesake, and when you enable wandering on it, the real magic begins. Next up on the list is your new best friend, the Robo-Beetle. This fantastic metallic insect statue will automatically gather poop from the ground around it, convert it into fertilizer and a small amount of Einsessen, and then distribute that fertilizer to nearby crop plots. The tech plots function as well or better than the Funfessen crop plots, but with some serious upgrades. Most notable is that the tech plots do not require fertilizer or water to grow crops. All they need is some sweet, delicious electricity. They also do not benefit or require any sort of greenhouse effect, so you can grow indoors, outdoors, or wherever you want. Recently added to the mod are the Tech Plots 2.0. The 2.0 plots will take many items in the game and mass produce them as long as it is powered by electricity. They won't work with ammo, weapons, saddles, or anything like that, but you can put in consumables like medical brew or broth of enlightenment, or other items such as the Tusatoothus tentacles or absorbent substrate. There are 3 unique bosses for the mod, one for earth, one for air, and one for sea. After you craft them, they will appear as an item. When you use that item, it will summon the boss near where you're standing. Do not attempt these bosses lightly. They have millions of health and hit harder than anything else in the game, and I say that with zero exaggeration, but they are well worth the effort. After defeating one, anyone nearby who helped kill the boss will receive an item in their inventory that will summon a tamed version of the boss when used. In addition, these bosses also have a chance to drop the Element Seed, which will grow Element, and the Ultimate Seed, which will grow all of the cave artifacts. The tamed bosses are best described in only one way: overpowered, and they make any combat-related issue extremely simple. The final topic we'll cover is probably the mod's most fantastic feature, the potion table. This learnable structure adds a small list of craftable consumables with a wide variety of effects. A few of them are used only for crafting the more noteworthy potions, some of which include the Taming Potion, the Max Health Potion, and the Quality Potion, which will take any of your equipped armor plus everything on your hotbar and give you a randomized blueprint for each item when you drink it. If you're unsatisfied with the blueprint you get, just keep drinking more quality potions until you get a blueprint worth keeping. And with that, we're all done here. This should have covered all the Resource Crop's advanced features. I hope you found what you came here looking for. If there's anything I didn't cover enough, or anything you believe I got wrong, please let me know and I'll do what I can to make it right. Once again, these videos were as much about me learning how to use Adobe Premiere as they were about helping people understand this mod, so please bear with me as I continue to learn and experiment with ways to better bring you the information you need. If this helped you, don't forget to toss me a like, and until next time, it's Oz and I'm out.